Hello YouTube, I know I haven't made a video in a while. This was a concerning matter here. I ordered this new sealed in box as advertised Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and I thought, oh cool, new old stock, you know, no big deal, that's nice. You know, I cut the cellophane off the box, cut the tags, you know, to get it open. You know, and I was reading the back, ooh, OLED display, I've always looked forward to that, love those. You know, and this is a decent phone, you know, by gaming, you know, it looked like the box that some of the ones my friends had bought came in back when they came out, you know, 2-3 years ago or such and such. And the main thing I was looking forward to was that OLED display. I mean, that's just, those are excellent. And I might need to use two hands here. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Alright, and that's how it came, you know. Of course, it was nice and pretty in there and came in this little bag here. No big deal. You know, Galaxy Note 3. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. You know, pull it open. And of course, it wasn't on, but it did have a battery installed in it, which is, you know, I thought that was strange, you know. And then I started looking a little closer, and I was like, look at these, the proximity sensor and the light sensor. You could see them inside there. And I've been using this phone about a week, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's just covered with dirt and dust in there. And of course, you know, it goes into the speaker grill, gets in there. Factory ones have a actual Samsung genuine phones have there's a foam in there that, you know, goes around the sensor and blocks it from getting dirt in there. It's sealed, you know, it's got a gasket. You know, and come over here and look at, this is an original Note. SGH I717 was the model number on this. There were 2 models of this, or 2 that I know of. Proximity sensor, light sensor, and they're totally tinted. You can't see in there. Then you go down here. On this one, you can see the board inside as well. They're not tinted. These ones here are tinted white, and the video phone I'm videoing this with is a S4 Mini, and it's tinted dark down here instead of white. So they're tinted. I don't think I should be able to see the circuit board inside there. You know, let's turn it on. Ooh, look at the colors. You know, they're a little washed out, if you ask me. And I did the dark test, and I'll do the dark test again just to prove it. It does not have an OLED display. See, it's totally dark. I'll put my finger over the camera sensor just to show. Take a picture. Snap the picture. Okay, let's view the picture. I'll turn the lights off here in the office, and you can see a glow there. You can see a glow. Let's do it on another phone that has an OLED. Lock. Let's see here. Camera. Let's take a picture. Put my finger over the camera sensor. Here. Another finger. Snap a picture. Picture's taken. Let's view the picture. Well, that's options. Okay. Let's see here. I want to view the picture. View the picture. All right. Camera, photos. There we go. Let's view the picture, full screen. Of course, you can see the bars on the end, but you look on the sides, you look at the screen totally, there's no backlight. It's totally dark. You know, OLED display, to display dark, it turns the LEDs off. And this guy, display at full screen. Of course, you can see that down there. Turns off. You can see the backlight. You can see the LEDs in the corners. That's not right. It's an LCD display. Why were we advertised that has a HD AM OLED? That's incorrect. The second thing I looked at was I went in here, settings, went down here, about device. Let's see, device name, model number. That's all right. United Arab Emirates. Why has it got raghead shit in here? You know, I don't know if that's just from a different country, probably. Status. Let's see here. The IMEI matched that of the rear label. I was trying to find the serial number. Serial number. There we go. Serial number R31 Delta 90 Victor Foxtrot Zulu 8 Roger. That's okay. That's that serial number. Keep that in mind. We're gonna come back to that. So first of all, I already have an LCD display, which I don't know. Maybe there was an outdoor mode release that had an LCD display, which is all right. The processor seems to be all right. I did a in here. I did a test, if I could find it. Hardware info. You know, everything checked out as far as the processors and stuff. It was all correct. You know, running KitKat. It had a crate processor. That was right. The GPU was right. See, RAM revision. Blah blah. Where are we? All this was fine. That was what it should be, because it used, I mean, at least it displayed itself as genuine hardware. And it performs. I compared it to my brother's phone. He has one of these. He bought new. And it compares out. It runs the same. It's just as fast. Mine were a little quicker because, you know, I'm not loaded up with a bunch of junk like he has. You know, his RAM, you know, it's pretty, you know, filled up. So the camera works right. Front and rear facing cameras work as they should. Those compared right. All right. I didn't try HD yet, and I was told to try that. But we're gonna go back here. You know, it actually gets a better signal than the real deal. And I was trying to get a partial refund, and I got the seller on eBay to admit. I'll list their name down on the bottom just because I don't like them. But I got the seller to admit it was a fake. And you know, I told him I've been doing this for a while. I know. Assembled in China. I don't know if that's right, because all my other Samsung phones say Korea. Let's see here. This is my replacement. This is what this phone was supposed to replace. Oh, that's right. This one has an aftermarket battery. Let's see. I don't like pulling it out while it's running, but you know. This one, yep, made in Korea. And the phone I'm using right now is made in Korea. But that's fine. And this guy, let's go over here to our model number. We have Roger Foxtrot 1 Delta 45 EJGGR. That's a different serial number. That's not correct. Of course, we have CE, Chinese excrement. Doesn't even say where it's made. Made by Samsung. That's made by Samsung. It must be true if it's on a sticker, huh? But I actually got the seller to admit this was a fake. And they said, pretty much we both know it's a fake, and the phone's been out of production. What do you expect? Well, I mean, I expect if you say it's an original, new, and sealed box, that it's going to be an original, new, sealed, and box Samsung. Let's watch the boot up screen here. Boot up screen seems to be the same. Well, my brother's is AT&T, so it boots up to an AT&T branded display. We'll watch two side by side. Oh, this one's cyanogen modded. Cyanogen, however you want to say it. This one sings to you. So it has the Samsung logo, and of course, you know, this one's not stock. But I don't know, that just kind of pissed me off, especially being lied to, you know. But the other things I noticed in the box, oh yeah, and the S Pen on this guy feels like a replacement. It doesn't feel like a real one. I mean, it works, you know, the Wacom works and all that good stuff, like it should. But the pen, it just didn't feel the same as the one my brother has. His is a real one, and this feels even almost like metal on his. This one's, it's painted plastic. I got the chip somewhere here. You're not going to be able to see it. You got to use a magnifying glass, but I just scratched at my nail and it chipped. It's not a real phone, and they even admitted to it. You know, the glass had either been replaced or is not. It's definitely not original, because they tinted over that. And this one, it's full of dirt already, and the proximity sensor don't work. As soon as you make a phone call, screen's dark, you got to hit the power button to make it turn on again. The charge cable, it's hard and wiry. It's not right. There's no tool in here to change the tips on the S Pen like they all came with. The charger is pretty convincing. It's even got an Underwriters Laboratory certification. That might be real. So I'm thinking these might have been refurbished phones, but the fact that they won't admit that, you know, it's lighter than a real charger too, but I don't know that. That's subjective, I guess. But the cables, it's wiry. It's not soft noodle wire. The edges are not deburred. The casings don't line up. That's not like a real one. I mean, I could care less. It's just a charger, but all I cared about was the phone. The earbuds, you know, I haven't tried them yet. I never take them out. I don't really use that. It's got 3 pins, like 3 pins in the ground, like an iPhone. You know, I guess that's my video. I promised the seller that I'd put them on YouTube and show what they were doing. And just, you know, for people who don't know any better, you know, I mean, someone who didn't know any better, you know, I paid $159.99 for this phone. And for like $100, I could have a genuine one. It might be a beater, but it's genuine. It has the OLED display. It is a Samsung phone. I'm just not going to pay what I paid for this. And, you know, this back cover, it's hard plastic. It's, you know, most of these had vinyl, it was soft to imitate like a leather feel. And this is, it's hard plastic. You know, it should go thud. I have another phone on the way. I started to return. I have to have it mailed by tomorrow. Otherwise, I compare it to a real one side by side. I ordered from a decent seller I've dealt with before. But I opened it up and looked inside. You know, and there's no stickers, nothing to void the warranty. So, you know, I was careful. You know, the way this is put in is not correct. It doesn't have any double-sided stick tape like they used to. Normally, they have an adhesive holding it to the board. Well, this one, it stayed on the casing and went with it. You know, that wasn't right. But I honestly think it might be a refurb, but it's not an original Samsung. I know that for a fact. And the serial numbers don't match. You know, I'll list the 2 serial numbers down there. I mean, but I'm curious if anybody else has one with the same serial number, same IMEI. I'll show the IMEI again, just in case, you know. If anybody else has a phone with the same one. I've seen a lot of iPhone clones all have the same IMEI number and the same serial number in the past. And I thought that was kind of funny. They just cloned one phone and all were matching that one. Let's see. Android, baseband, kernel, United Ragheads. Let's see. Where's the IMEI? Here's the IMEI. I'll stay it there so it gets a few frames so someone can pause and read it. Then the serial number doesn't match the one in the battery compartment. That's just, you know, it's just funny, you know, how, you know, I guess people who don't know any better, I'm not saying dumb people who don't know any better will spend this money, you know, trying to replace their old, long-lost loved phone, and they don't get the real deal. It's kind of disappointing. I mean, it's got a great display. It's visible outdoors, you know, and that's good, but I wanted an OLED. It seems to get better battery life than the real deal, but I ran the real racing game, which had just come out when this phone came out on. That was the thing they demoed it with. But it runs and performs the same as a real one, except it doesn't have a true OLED display. I mean, the colors just aren't as pretty on these phones. Here, let's see if we can do another side-by-side. I have that particle flow on both of these phones. I like testing displays with that. Let's turn up the brightness on this guy. Of course, this one's got a slower processor. Let's see, brightness. Crank it all the way up, wide open. This one's wide open already. Where's particle flow? This looks neat on an HD display when you run that app. Particle flow, particle flow. The colors are much more deeper and vibrant on that phone. Much more. Of course, it's got a slower processor. This is the first gen. Slightly smaller phone too. It's a little fatter, I think, but just the colors on it, you know. You can tell that's an LCD display. It's all washed out looking. There aren't as vibrant colors. But that's my video. That's already come up on 15 minutes. Apologize, but you know, that way people know. You know, watch what you're buying, you know. The home button doesn't even feel right compared to a real Samsung. It's kind of, I don't know, clicky and cheap feeling. But there you go. You know, have a pleasant day and a good Christmas.